Hi, sorry I've been missing in action again. If you want an explanation for that, just read my info box below. If you don't, then just continue watching and we'll get to the point. So this is how to know if an Aquarius is over you. This isn't gender specific, so it could be a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a wife, a husband, a crush, whatever. So this video can give you signs to look out for and to watch for, to know if the Aquarius that you're interested in or that you're with is over you. So sign 1. If your Aquarius is talking about changes that they've made for you in an angry or resentful way, this is not a good thing. Remember, an Aquarius is, an individual, they beat to their own drum, they're very independent, so if they feel like they've made changes for you and now they're not happy in the current relationship they're in, then they can become bitter or resentful. Like, for example, maybe they moved to a different town to live with you or to be closer to you, maybe they gave up a dream job, in order to make the relationship work and stay closer to you. Maybe they just, stopped hanging out with their friends as much or something like that. Like stopped doing boxing because you thought it was dangerous, or started wearing different clothing because they knew you liked it, etc., etc. Just made any kind of change for you and now they don't feel the relationship is working out, then they might start to seem a little bitter towards you or a little bit angry. Sign 2. If you notice that they kind of start to quiet you down around their friends or be like, no, don't say anything like that, or afterwards they seem mad at you because you embarrassed them in front of their friends. Or maybe you just subtly notice that you're not really included in spending time with people that they're close to anymore. An Aquarius is really big on the image that they portray to their friends and acquaintances. So if you notice that they're hanging out with their friends a lot more, not a lot more, if you notice that they're hanging out with their friends and you kind of stop getting the invite to come along, or you're just not included anymore, if you are, it's becoming, less and less frequent, or maybe, you notice they removed their profile picture of the two of you and replaced it with just one of themselves or them and their friends. This is a sign that they may be planning to remove you from their life. Sign 3. So, as you know, Aquariuses can be pretty cold and detached, but if they're at the point where they're sharing things with you on an emotional level, then clearly you guys were pretty tight. So if they stop doing that, that's a huge deal. So if they ever were doing that in the first place, really sharing their feelings and thoughts, and now they're just not doing that anymore and they're starting to shut you out again and detach from you, this is definitely a warning sign. Lamest stance ever. So it's basically like you guys got to a point where their guard went down and now the wall's back up for whatever reason. So I say that they are cold and detached kind of just in general. If you don't really notice them being cold per se, maybe you'll kind of notice that they start to friend zone you. They kind of stop letting you in on intimate parts of their life that they perhaps used to let you in on before. It might kind of feel like a door has been shut and you're now just kind of closed off from a lot of their lives, or most parts of their life now, and they're kind of just keeping you on a surface level with them. So everything starts to become a little more surface between you two, and you notice that maybe a lot of the connection you had isn't really as deep anymore. If you never really had a deep connection, then I guess this sign wouldn't really make sense to you. But if you had gotten to a level like that with an Aquarius, and now it's kind of diminished, definitely a sign that they might be moving on. Sign 4. This one's kind of a big one, and it's that they pull the disappearing act. Now they're here, now they're not. Cool bracelet, huh? They aren't the type to really handle all of the big, strong emotions. Yeah, so most breakups aren't pretty little things put into little packages and then it's all done and clean and fun. No, most breakups are gonna have some drama, or at least some intense feelings or tense, whatever. And an Aquarius just doesn't want to deal with all that. You know, they might just kind of disappear on you. Like, one second they're pretending that everything is fine, and the next they just kind of like stop returning your phone calls. And then maybe you notice like they defriend you on social media without any kind of real, you know, goodbye, and it's not like they're being vague, they're just kind of going for that like cold, clean cut, trying to avoid the dramatics, the hysterics, you know, all that comes along with a breakup, especially if you guys are in, you know, really committed or really like intense or long, you know, strong at one point relationship. So it's definitely a sign. I mean, I don't think it can be any more obvious. You know, they just kind of say like, see ya, see you later, and they actually don't even say that, and then they just disappear. Sign 5, and this is my last sign for this sign of the Aquarius. Aquariuses love to analyze. As long as you interest them, they will always be interested in you. So as long as they feel like there is something to decipher in you, or that there's, you know, they're trying to figure things out about you or hear about your life, they'll remain interested. Now, I'm not saying if you're like together for a while and, you know, they know most things about you, all of a sudden their interest will stop. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I just mean, if you start to notice that they're kind of just like politely asking about your day and making like, you know, small talk and kind of lame conversation and not really like delving into the bigger, deeper, you know, more prevalent questions, then this might mean that they are over you. I always think like when you're first dating an Aquarius, or even when you're in a relationship, you always kind of feel like they're interrogating you. And not like in a jealous way, but they're like, oh, like, what do you think about this? And what's your opinion on this? And like, you know, so on and so forth. And if you kind of start to feel like that's gone away, that's a sign to look out for, because they might just not care anymore. And if they don't care, they're not going to, you know, like go out of their way to try to talk to you about everything. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to go out of their way to have these like deep discussions with you. So they'll have like polite chit-chat instead. You just kind of like no longer care about your opinions or experiences, which is sad, but I mean, I'm trying to help you guys out and explain to you what it looks like when a sign might be over you. If you never felt like an Aquarius did the whole interrogation thing, or just like, you know, the analyzation, asking you a lot of questions, being truly interested in like all you have to say, if you feel like they never did that in the first place, then they might just strictly be with you for physical reasons, because that is really like a huge part of Aquarians. The name might have been there for physical reasons. I mean, that's a pretty big part of an Aquarius, and if that's not there, then it's pretty suspect. So that is 5 signs to tell if an Aquarius man or woman is over you, you know, moving on from the relationship. I know these videos are like not the best subject to be talking about, but I feel like I would want to know. I probably have wanted to know in the past, so I wanted to, you know, relay this information onto you guys. So just because you might see one of these signs or even all 5, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is over you. Maybe you guys are going through a rough spot. You might work it out. They might be willing to stay in the relationship, and then you guys might be happy again one day, and you might be able to work through it. So don't think that just because, you know, some of these signs match up for you, it's over, it's done, and get all upset about it. I truly hope that if it's meant to be, it will work out for you. If it's not meant to be, it won't, and you can definitely meet someone that is better for you. And I'm not just saying that, it's true. Breakups are hard. Breakups are a hard thing, but eventually one day you will get past it and meet someone worlds better. So thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day or night. So this is how to know if Aquarius, this is how to know if, this is like a tongue twister. Yeah, like the things you go through if you're gonna have a breakup with somebody that, Deacon, every video. I feel like you can never hear him anyways. Just, hey baby, hey baby. Do you like how I'm just like sitting in front of like a wrinkled, like starry background? There, we'll straighten it out a bit. Now I kind of look like a bat. What is this shirt? What is this shirt? It makes me look like a very large human being. Just thought I would share that. Okay, that's enough. It's truly enough.